I go get. Oh, I'm losing my mind over here. I was like, oh shoot, it's 9 o'clock. Oh my goodness. Okay, be right back. I hit the remote. Man, okay, I'm back. I'm back. I'm back. I don't think so. Hey Virgo, I think he's home. He was at the grocery store a little while ago. Thanks for your cherries. Miss AK, what's up? All right, man, that was too funny. How are you? How are you? Okay, so anybody who hasn't gone yet, y'all need to go visit Classic. His show is at 8 o'clock Eastern on Sundays. It's hilarious. I am late to my own show. Thank you. I'm late to my own show because I be in his show right before mine. And I'm cracking up. Folks like, Sid, you gonna be late. No, I'm not. I'm good. I'm good. I got 5 more minutes. And I looked at the clock. I was like, oh, it's 8:59. Dan and man, hello, hello, hello. So for those of you just joining us, this is Changing Hearts with Sid. We're gonna get started about 9:05. I'm just waiting for my guests to. So there's Marcel. Hey Marcel, welcome, welcome, welcome. He's our first guest this evening. So if Marcel could request the box, I'll add you at about 9:05. I'm good, Jeremy. Thanks for coming back. Finesse, I see you, boo. How you doing? Is the music good? It's okay, Finesse. That's what I was telling you yesterday. Ah, is the music okay, you guys? Oh, oh, we were in Classic Stream watching Chosen. They shooting, they shot the Chosen. They're failing miserably. Oh man, I haven't had that much fun in a minute. Well, actually, since last Sunday, because his show is pretty. His show is pretty dope. It was great. Marcel, did you make it over there? Oh my goodness. I would spend half this show talking about that one. Oh, hey, thank you for this. Day, what's up? What's up? Protein Shakes, thanks for the favorite. She's here. Can't say the other word while I'm featured, but you know what I mean. Oh my gosh. Nay, were you dying? What's up, Ruby? Our first guest this evening is Marcel, and our second guest is going to be Travel Bay. But I have tears in my eyes because I was laughing so hard during Classic show. His show is 8 o'clock Eastern right here on this app. Go through the banners. It's called Shoot Your Shot. It's hilarious. It is from 8 to 9 o'clock. And when I tell you, you will not be disappointed. Oh man, I tickled myself. I told one dude, I was like, "You're talking too much. Just throw a jet." And when he came back, he threw a jet. I was like, "Let's go." Oh man, I was like, "Yo, Chosen, he's taking notes. He's taking notes." Oh man. Mr. Protein, this is a featured and promoted show. What that means is that in about 1 minute, I'm going to turn my comments off, so I won't even be able to see what you're saying to me. Hi, Beer. And then also, we ask respectfully that you keep your comments clean in the comments. Thank you very much. So, little to no cursing, please and thank you. We are featured from 9 till 10:15. That is 75 minutes of your best behavior. It would be greatly appreciated. Thank you so much. Ben, how are you? Marcel, are you ready?
So yes, I'm ready.
Hi, Marcel.
How are you? Let me
I'm good.
there we go. There we go.
Can you hear me okay?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Okay, great, great, great. Sometimes they say they can't hear me. You know, I can be a little quiet at times. I'm working on projecting my voice during my featured show every Sunday night at 9 p.m. Eastern. I am your host, Sid. This is talk show style. I am going to turn my comments off. I'm going to interview Marcel about his evolution as a dater. I really want to know what made him who he is, what directs the choices that he makes, and we're gonna get a lot of good convo from him this evening. I'm excited. He dressed up for the occasion. I see you with the pocket square boot. Go ahead, go ahead. Ooh, I love a good suit. Let's go, let's go. So thank you in advance for all of the gifts. I can't see them. I do have one request. If you ever see me on 666, if you could throw me a gingerbread, because I hate the devil's number. That's much appreciated. And if you decide to throw me a dragon, I promise you, somebody's screen recording, and I'm going to jump and scream and holler after my show. But right now, I'm featured, so I have to keep it with the utmost respectability. Okay. Thank you so much, Marcel, for joining us tonight on Changing Hearts with Sid. Everyone in the comments, if you have questions, ask my bouncers. They take really, really good care of me. Shout out to EB, Nay, and Lay Bearded One, because they got my back every week. Any other bouncers who are here, I didn't see you. I already turned my comments off. Y'all know I need to focus. So, Marcel, I start every show with, I know Finesse probably just said something too. I love you, Finesse. Finesse is my favorite, the most loyal bouncer that I have. Please make sure y'all fave Finesse and fave my top 3 gifters. But I can't see my comments. So whatever he said, tell him mama's going to see it later. So he better watch his mouth. So Marcel, I ask every one of my guests when they first get on my show, are you still looking for love? Have you lost it or have you found it? What's your status?
I'm still looking for love.
Ooh.
I'm teetering on just focusing on career.
Okay.
So I'm a tweener.
Okay. Now, did you have a previous relationship that brought you to this decision, or are you reaching an age where you're like, okay, I need more things in more stability in the career area? Like, what got you to this decision?
Well, I was already transitioning from one job to another one.
Okay.
So like money has never been an issue with me.
Oh yeah,
It's
I hear that,
about
ladies.
it's always about the right fit for me.
Okay.
And so my whole thing is trying to figure out who I am
Mm-hmm.
before jumping into a relationship.
Oh, I like it. I like it. I like it. We're gonna ask you more about that in about 3 minutes. But first, I want to know: do you remember your first date ever? Like your
My
very first
first
date?
date, yes, my first date. It was with a young lady named Sabrina Johnson,
Okay,
and
Sabrina
we went to the
Johnson.
movies.
He remembers the name, y'all. How old were you?
17.
Ooh, okay. Tell us
hmm
about it. We want to know. We want to know.
So we went to the movies, and what movie did we see? This had to be like 2004.
Okay.
So I don't remember what movie we saw
Mm-hmm.
because it was so. This is almost like 30 years ago.
Right. But you remember her name, and you remember her
Yeah.
name. Okay, Sabrina Johnson.
Yes.
So what made
Yeah.
it
So
memorable?
what made it memorable?
Mm-hmm.
I was her first.
Okay.
Like I was her first.
Okay.
So when we met, she was a virgin, and we just kind of hit it off, and
Mm-hmm.
we were together for like 4 years.
Okay. Now, would you say that she's the one that got away, or just
No,
lessons
no,
learned?
I would not say that.
Okay. So
No, I
lessons
wouldn't say
learned.
that. I think we kind of like went our separate ways, and
Okay.
it happened the way it did.
Okay. So let me ask you this. You said 4 years from 17? Wow.
hmm
Wow. So would you consider yourself I don't know, are you religious or conservative at all? Because that's a long time for a teenager.
Yes, and I think at that particular time,
Mm-hmm.
I was just kind of feeling my way around dating, religion,
Okay.
um, kind of getting my um, what's the word, foundation built
Okay.
as to who I am. Because at 17, you still kind of sort of don't know what you
Mhm.
are, or your
Definitely.
choices
Definitely.
are set. So yeah.
Do you see any major differences between 17 and who you are now?
Um, 17-year-old me was a little bit more immature and a
Okay.
lot more louder.
Listen, you say you dated somebody for 4 years. I think that's pretty mature for a 17-year-old. I'm pretty sure I know some 17-year-olds who can't date anybody for 4 days. You said 4 years. Um, what was your longest relationship ever?
Oh, I would say my marriage.
Oh,
My
you were married.
mhm.
Okay.
Yeah, so that was for 5 years.
Okay.
That's five
Okay.
years.
If without prying too much into your personal, just more general and whatever you care to share with us, what happened with the marriage that it didn't work out? Because 5 years is
Um,
kind of the moment they say, if you get to year five, you should be good.
well, there was a lot of stuff. We
Okay.
had a lot of lost.
Okay.
So we
Okay.
lost a set of twins.
Oh no. Sorry for your.
I lost my sister a year before that,
Okay.
and then like 2 years later, we had lost her mom and dad in a
Okay. Okay.
carbon monoxide accident in Detroit.
Okay. So
So
grief would be the answer. Grief is
grief was
grief
right.
got y'all. Okay.
So we handle grief in a different way.
Mm-hmm.
Like she's a yeller, and
Mm-hmm.
I'm more like really quiet.
Reserved
So
and inner reflect.
right.
Yeah.
So what she would do really kind of like set me off to the point where I was like, well, if you're making me feel like this,
Mm-hmm.
then let me go find somebody that'll make me feel more comfortable. And so we both kind of like cheated in our marriage,
I
which
was just
wasn't,
about to ask you. So wait,
yeah,
so you just told me you was kind of conservative and everything at 17, and then after that you became the cheater. Oh man. So would you cheat
right.
if again? Is that and I'm no judgment, I'm asking. Some
No,
people are some
no,
people are proud cheaters. I'm just asking.
no. So I don't want to cheat on my partner.
Okay.
And I'm very open when I tell people, like, if you treat me this way,
Mm-hmm.
then I'm going to go that way.
Okay.
So I'm not a serial cheater. I just
Mm-hmm.
know what I like, and I don't want somebody to be caught up in my relationship,
Mm-hmm.
especially if it's going bad. I just go ahead and try to end it
Okay.
or try to work through it. One of the
Okay.
two.
Okay. Okay. So let's go back. Let's go back. Let's go back. Have you been on any blind dates before?
Never ever,
Ooh.
never ever.
Okay. Are you interested in blind dates?
Um,
Got a little list in
I
my
would.
pocket of the folks who say yes. So
I probably would.
okay.
I might be open to it.
Might be open to it. Okay. Okay.
Yeah.
Um and then how do we're on a dating site. So
Hmm.
how do you feel about the dating site? Like are you most of us, once you start streaming, it's like, I'm not here to date, I'm a streamer. So are you still looking on the app or other apps even? But shout out to POF.
Okay, so I am very slow to jump into a relationship with
In
somebody on the
general or
app.
just on the app? Okay.
Just in general now, because I don't know what type of spirit that person would have, but I
Mm-hmm.
also don't know the intention of the person that especially on the app. I don't know
Mm-hmm.
if they're there for me or
Mm-hmm.
there for um, clout or whatever it is, or
Okay.
money or whatever. So
Okay.
I'm kind of skeptical about
Mm-hmm.
dating on the app,
Mm-hmm.
but I am talking to someone. So
Mm. How's that going? Do y'all live in the same state? Have you met in person?
No,
We want all the tea.
no. We haven't met in person, but we talk quite a bit.
Okay. So do you foresee y'all got plans in the works?
No, like I'm taking it slow.
Okay.
She has kids, I don't.
Okay.
So I'm just kind of like focusing on work at
Okay.
this point in time.
Okay. So how do you feel about dating a woman with kids? Like, is there a maximum number of kids? Is it your preference not to, and she just slipped under the radar?
Believe it or not, I've dated a woman with up to 5 kids.
5. Woo! Jesus. Okay, sorry.
Five.
I got confused. That ain't for me, but go off.
Right, but believe it or not, like I'm one of those people. Like I would love to have a bunch of kids,
Okay.
and so when it comes to me, like I love children,
Hmm.
so um, I love the process. Like um, I can say now that I'm single that
Hmm.
I probably would appreciate waking up at 2 o'clock in the morning and feeding and changing and all that.
Okay, so you
But
you got that nurturing
um,
spirit.
right, yes, I do. I do.
Okay. Okay. So it doesn't scare you. Like 5, I feel like I get scared to date men with children because I'm a teacher. I know I'm going to get attached to the child probably before I'm attached to your daddy. And so my fear would be that it didn't work out with dad and I'm over here still trying to, be your mama or your stepmama. Now I can't replace your mama, but
Well,
I'm still trying to be
well, see,
impactful in your life. So I can't do it because I don't want to get to that cutoff point where you gotta go with your daddy because he sucks.
well, it just depends on the relationship that you might have with a child,
Hmm.
because I've heard where there were some relationships where, like, I have a friend named Summer,
Hmm.
and she's like, we're like really, really close, and her ex's daughter is like really, really close
Hmm.
to her. So when she ran away, she went over to
To our
my
house.
friend Summer's house.
Yeah.
Yeah. So it just depends on like how mature everyone is,
Okay.
and so it just depends on like um, are you willing to let your daughter or son kind
Mhm.
of like form a bond with you,
That's
and over time,
right.
even if it doesn't work, like
Maintain it.
everyone's still cool with, yeah, yeah.
Right. Right. Right.
Mhm.
So did she have 5 baby daddies? Again, no judgment, just
No,
asking.
it was 3.
And were they around?
No, like believe it or not, like her kids was all calling me dad. So
Okay. Like
um,
I'm just trying to figure out I'm just trying to wrap my head around the 5. Like clearly your daddy ain't in the picture if like it's 5. So I'm just trying to figure out how you get there with 5. 5 was a lot. I thought you were gonna say 3,
5
4.
is a
You
lot.
said 5. I was like, whoa,
5 is a lot.
yeah.
Um, and I understand people make mistakes,
Uh-huh.
and
5.
she ended up getting her tubes tied.
Okay.
So I mean, I didn't have to worry about a
Okay.
6 or a 7 kids. So
I mean, you have like a ready-made family right there.
right, right. So um, kids are. I love kids.
Uh-huh.
It's almost like a sponge, and the more
Mhm.
you pour into them, the more
Yeah,
they absorb.
definitely. I
So
know. I
I
teach.
love, right. I love kids. I love like the little twinkle in their eyes.
Hmm.
I love how they pick up certain idiosyncrasies that
Hmm.
you do,
Hmm.
or how you talk,
Yep.
and like I love that. I love
When that
kids.
teenager comes downstairs and she has on that exact outfit you wore last week, and you're like, it's a little bit creepy, but I see you liking me, even though you said you hate me yesterday. Okay.
Right. I mean, people say 5 or 6 or however many is
Hmm.
too many, but you I thought it was too many,
It's only
but
too
at the
many
same
if they
time,
belong to other people. Like they could be mine, but if they belong to other people, that's too many. That,
right, and that's my thing. Like, um, people still need love too,
okay.
even though we make mistakes. Like
Mhm.
people who have killed people still find love. So I just I have that big enough heart.
So what you
So
saying is you dated Prison Bay before?
no.
Okay. I just going off of what you said.
No.
um, so would you?
No,
Okay,
no.
okay. What else? What's on your list of non-negotiables? Like, what's a no?
Ooh, what's a no? What's a no?
Hmm.
What's a no? What's a no? Bad hygiene. Definitely is a no. Thank you for the hard eyes chosen. Bad hygiene.
Yo, Chosen's show was so funny. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I just had to say hey to Chosen.
Bad
You can
hygiene
turn
is
your
definitely
comments
one.
off, but go out.
Bad hygiene and bad manners.
Okay.
Like those are two really really big turnoffs.
So bad hygienes, no manners, but if they can't read, that's okay.
I can read for the both of us.
And if they have four chins, that's okay.
Four chins, I can pick one of them up. We can pull it back.
I mean, you said five kids don't bother you, so okay, okay, okay. All right. So now, going back, I asked you earlier if that first girlfriend was the one that got away. You said no. Do you have one that got away? Is there someone out there who could pick up the phone and say, "Hey, Marcel, let's give this another shot"?
um, no,
Okay.
no.
So lessons learned from everybody.
Yeah, so we all kind of moved on from each other.
Uh-huh.
I can tell you where each and every one of my ex girlfriends are.
Okay. So you're still friends with everybody. Just we not
Everyone except for my ex wife. Like
okay.
my ex wife is like kind of like the weird one.
Yeah, yeah. Or maybe you're the weird one. I don't know. We-
I'm very weird. I will admit that.
I'm teasing. I'm teasing. Okay, so nobody got away. Now what would be whoop, in general when people tell me they were married? Usually it's the marriage that's the defining moment of who they are, decisions they make today. But
Mhm.
what would be the defining moment in your growth as a dater? Like, you know, when you decide
What's my
I
defining
care about hygiene now. Did you care about hygiene at
moment?
17? Like I'm just trying to figure out like what oh man, don't mess it up. What happened?
Don't end the stream.
I know. Listen, I've done it before. It won't be the first time. Try not to. I could be a whole amateur out of here. Okay. So what would be
Okay.
what did you have a defining moment in your evolution?
Um, don't accept everything.
Okay.
That was my biggest revelation.
Okay.
Like be my own biggest advocate.
Mm-hmm.
That was the second um, revelatory thing that I came up with
Mm-hmm.
because sometimes in marriages, especially with men that I know in my family, some of them suffer through their marriage
Mm-hmm.
and they kind of like lose their voice.
Mm-hmm.
And so I saw that pattern. And then when it all ended, like some of my uncles was like, listen, I know you weren't happy in a long time. And I saw like shifts in your patterns, like you weren't laughing enough and you didn't smile a lot. And you were suffering through your marriage. And it's all right. Like, just look at this as not a failure. It's an opportunity to restart and build and learn. And I did a lot of therapy, and the tools that I learned helped me grow as a person.
Shout out to you for
So
the therapy word. Let's go. I don't think
so
people do
I
therapy, but go.
I think in 2021, therapy is no longer a stigma.
Mm-hmm.
I think a lot of people are starting to work on themselves and starting to be open about
Mm-hmm.
uh, working on themselves. So,
Good job. Hmm. Would you? Are you opposed to getting married again?
oh no, no,
No.
no, no,
So that's in the cards for you in the future.
absolutely. Like I want my life partner to be my life partner.
Oh.
Like we're not sharing with other people.
Mm-hmm.
It's just me and her.
Mm-hmm.
So
Team, y'all, I got you. So, and then what was like? How long were you engaged before your last marriage? And do you think that was
um,
adequate enough engagement period?
we were engaged for
Okay.
about a year and a half, a
Uh-huh.
year, something like that. So it was more time than needed.
Okay.
And it, when people say um, your wife during the entire period of planning
Uh-huh.
is the person that you're gonna get. I
Uh-huh.
never like done it.
Oh.
Never dawned on me. I'm like, wow. I'm
Okay.
starting to see like,
Okay.
wow.
Okay. Okay. But she was a bridezilla, and that's who you married.
Right. So I saw her go off on a planner, and I was like, the lady is helping you at this
Mm-hmm.
point in time. So
You should have been your warning signs.
absolutely, absolutely. So yeah, it was a learning experience, and
Hmm.
so like if I do get married, I want her to be my best friend, and
Oh,
then I want us to like build our dream house.
okay. So you're going into my next question, which is, what's on your list of who you're looking for? Like, what are you looking for in your next in your life partner? Who? What are you hoping to find? What qualities will she have?
Love me for me, and I love her for her. That's it. And her being God fearing. That's
Mm-hmm.
it.
Mm-hmm. That's it. God fearing and take everything else. Take care of the rest. Um. So, um, what? How soon is too soon to get married?
How soon is too soon?
Mm-hmm.
Um, it depends. Like when you know, you know.
Okay.
And so I'm one of those people who fall in love very quickly.
Mm-hmm.
So I have to be very slow and methodical
Okay.
when I give a person my time.
Okay.
So that's the plan. So, but if I know and say like if this person loves me way more than I love them, and it's apparent,
Mm-hmm.
then I mean, why not?
Okay. 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 Ooh. So, do you have an ideal, like, what's an ideal date, ideal first date for you? Like, what would you like to see happen on a first date?
Ooh, ideal first date.
Mm-hmm.
Um, flying to a beach or um, what is another ideal date? Dinner. Like
Okay.
I'm a dinner person. So stay,
I know I'm
stay.
terrible today. I'm terrible. I'm terrible today.
Like I love conversation and I
Uh-huh.
love intimacy. So
Okay.
if I can get a person where I can just exchange dialogue, that's a
Mm-hmm.
perfect date for me.
Okay. 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 So, like, is there a restaurant setting, park setting? Can you do that at a basketball game?
I can do that at home. Like I'm a pretty decent cook.
Okay. So, first date is okay at the house for you. I mean, you're a dude. They always say yes. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
So, what would you do to, let's say, take care of the woman's insecurities about meeting you at your house for the first date? Like, what kind of assurances would you put forth?
FaceTime slash Duo. I
Okay.
would like go through my whole house
Okay.
and show her that there's no machetes or guns or hockey mask
Okay.
in my closet. So
That's a good
uh,
idea. I never heard anybody say that before. That's a good idea. Like a FaceTime tour, like this is what's happening here. And of course, you probably already been talking, so there's a level of trust there. Okay. All right. And then oh, I had another question that totally slipped my mind. Um, so you're not opposed. Is there anywhere you wouldn't go on a first date?
like I said, attitude. Like if I met a person with a terrible attitude
Hmm.
or has entitlement issues, like
Hmm.
those are deal breakers for me.
Okay. Okay.
Like I really love humble people,
Hmm.
and it brings joy to my heart when I can find somebody that we kind of like vibe on, and we just have like meaningful conversation. Like
That's cool. That's cool. That's cool. Well, Marcel, did you have? I want to ask you. So you say you didn't have children, right? You don't have.
no, no.
Okay, because I usually ask guests what advice they would give to their child going forward. But what advice would you give your younger self to put you in a different place today?
Um, it's all right to be different.
Hmm.
It's all right to um, have your heart on the sleeve. Just be careful on who you give your heart to.
Okay. Okay.
That's one thing. Um, you don't have to always be friendly.
Hmm.
You can always stand your ground and tell people no.
Yeah.
That'll be something that.
Yes. Make your nose intentional. Very good. Very good. Marcel, thank you so much for joining me this evening. I do appreciate you.
It's been a pleasure. A lot of people were saying like, Marcel, are you nervous joining the show? I'm like, no, like
Yeah,
we
we
just
just had a
talking. Like if
conversation.
no. And I'm
um,
glad I got an opportunity to fill in. Like I promise you, like if you ever need anybody or you know somebody who needs somebody, I can fill in anytime. So
okay, great. I actually know of a imaginary list that's not so imaginary where they pull people when they're looking for show guests. So what you could do though is I think I need your hand. I have that. I have that. I have that. Nope, you're good. I'm gonna just add you to the list. So you know, make sure you frequent your IG because that's how they reach out to people. But thank you so much.
got you.
Are there any activities you're doing on the app? Anything you want to shout out, rep, anything
Okay.
like
So, Damn Gina is having a beer contest.
a
And
beard
so,
contest?
mhm.
Is it too late for people to enter? I know some people with nice beards. I'm just saying.
So hit her on her IG account, which is Damn
Okay.
Gina,
Uh-huh.
and then sign up and she'll give you a time. So,
Okay.
beer
Okay.
contest, Damn
But the
Gina.
beard contest, what's it? We need details. What are they doing? They just showing off their beards? Like, is it
Yeah,
an
it's just
auction?
like
Is
how I am
it
right now. It's, uh, it's,
is it in her
it's a
city?
beard.
Is it versatile?
Listen, I hear about events and I sign
And you
up
just
for them.
show
That's
up.
how it works. I just show up. I just show up.
Oh my goodness. Chosen in name. We have to hit up what's her name again? What'd you say the streamer's name?
Huh?
The host of the beard contest.
Damn Gina.
Okay, chosen in name. We're gonna go find her and fave her and we will be there. Okay, thank you, Marcel.
Thank you.
If you
It
could do
was
me a
fun. Have
favor
a good night.
and extra self, because clearly tonight I'm a whole amateur and will probably end my stream trying to do it. Everybody, thank you for joining me this evening. This is Changing Hearts with Sid. I'm not sure if my second guest is here. If she is, if you could request a box for me. In the meantime, everyone, thank you so much for joining me this evening. We are here every Sunday night at 9 p.m. Eastern where I just come and have conversations with streamers. I want to know what makes them tick. I want to know if they're still dating. Have they been dating? Anything crazy, funny, sad happened? All of it. We talk about it all. Okay, so sit back, relax, enjoy. Make sure you fave my top 3 gifters of the stream. Thank you so much in advance for the gifts. I have my comments turned off, so I can't see all of you. So I welcome you all to my show, Changing Hearts with Civ. My bouncers will take very, very good care of you. I'm not going to shout about this time because I probably missed some people the last time. I don't want nobody to be mad at me. But I love you all, my red people. Take care of the folks in the comments. Thank you very much. And my next guest is the lovely, wait for it, Charlie.
How are you?
Love. I'm so glad you said yes, because I definitely canceled the last time. I apologize. I was like this. I was like, please say yes, please say yes, please say yes. How are you this evening?
I'm good. I'm trying to multitask. I'm not very good at multitasking, but
I'm terrible at it. That's why I have to cut my comments off. I can't do it. I'll be like, thank you for the gingerbread. And you're like, yeah, but you're talking to somebody. So so I start off every show asking everyone if they have found love, have they lost it, or are they still looking for it? What's your status?
Oh, well, I did lose love. Mm-hmm. I'm open to love, and I'm patiently waiting.
Okay. So, do you remember your first date ever?
Yes, my first date. Well, I mean, I don't know if you can consider it a date. My first date, I was 12, and I went to my best friend's house, and we had like a porch date. So yeah.
That's so cute. Are you guys still friends?
Well, it was my husband. He passed away.
Oh, yeah. I apologize. I didn't know.
It was a
but that's so cute though. So your first date and then you married him. That's so sweet.
I did.
Okay. So I would assume that maybe that changed you as a dater, yes or no? Or did you find yourself having to like even figure out what dating was after he passed?
Well, definitely, I think dating was very different because he was someone I was very used to. So we went back and forth for years, like as you know, junior high school, college, adult. Like we was always going back and forth. Okay. And so I always had like this one person that I knew that knew me, and it wasn't like it was a trust factor. Okay. And so after he passed, dating was harder just because I feel like my guards were higher because I knew what it felt like to completely lose it. So it made it probably more challenging. Yeah. But I feel like it made it made me look for better people, I think. Okay. So I have this thing I always tell people, I won't fall in love with someone I don't think is worth my grief. And that's very deep. So that's just kind of, yeah.
Say that one more time. I have to write that down.
I won't fall in love with someone that's not worth my grief.
Wow. Okay. Yeah, I like that. I got you.
If you ever lost somebody, you know what it feels like to lose someone you really love. And so I feel the same way with my friendships. Not everyone deserves that part of your soul. Mm-hmm. So I feel like I'm very careful with the people I trust in that space. Mm-hmm. And so it just kind of carried through with my dating.
Okay. Wow. What does that look like for you? Like, do you have some non-negotiables?
My security. Like, I have to feel secure beyond anything else. So, like, I was on Man's show last night and we were talking about labels. Mm-hmm. And I don't care as much about being a label for someone as I care about feeling safe. Right. So the second a person makes me feel unsafe with them, like I can't trust my heart with you, then it's all bets are off.
Right, so. Right. And then what qualities does that person have? The one that would be your next partner?
Just someone who wants to live. Like someone who wants to live life and be happy purposefully. Someone who doesn't want to dwell on things that are just not important. Like a person who wakes up and makes the decision that they're literally here to make my life better and open to me making theirs better. Like just it seems simple, but sometimes I feel like dating brings about so many like obstacles that aren't necessary. So
no, that was a perfect definition. So would you say that you go after more experiences rather than like things, items, stuff?
Oh, absolutely. Yeah. For me, it's more about the experience. Like I want to, like be around someone that makes me laugh, that I can enjoy life with. I can see life through their eyes and vice versa. So all about the experience is someone who's willing to like take a risk and just be like, free to, like go out there and love. So
okay. What's your ideal first date?
A vacation. So I would love to meet somebody and they say, okay, I enjoy where we're going with this, and I want to go on a date. I want to take you to New York. Like to me, that's like, oh yes, like that would
off. I love it. So what has to happen before you feel secure enough to do that though? Because I feel like taking a trip with somebody is a big deal because they could like kill you out of town or something.
Right. Well, for sure. Like, I mean, I have people in high places, so everyone that comes in contact with me is going to have a background check, whether they know it or not. Okay. And there's just like certain things they're going to check. They're going to be already checked off. I only talk to people who have something to lose, like maybe it's like like security clearance or like a very professional job or like professional licenses or something. Like they have things they don't want to lose.
Gotcha.
So I just kind of stick to those people.
That makes sense. So based off of your other answers, I'm going to assume that cheating is not an option for you.
So no, I feel like cheating is one of those things like you make the decision to do it. So I think it shouldn't be happening.
Okay.
But in the past I've always kind of said I would like I allow mistakes to happen, but I don't know. Like I'm just at the point now I'm just like, I don't know.
Yeah. Like, is it possible to maybe love them enough to get through that or not? Like,
I mean, I don't know. I would hope so. I would hope that if I ever was presented with that the love itself will be enough for me to like, okay, we can work through this. But also I feel like the love should be enough where you don't want to make that mistake.
You don't have to.
But I'm very practical. Things happen. Like if you're with someone for 20 years, I don't know. Like if something happens, am I going to walk away? I don't know.
Yeah.
But I want someone to love me enough where they don't put me in a position to choose that.
Yeah, I don't even have to figure it out. Exactly. And I think age and maturity comes into play because when I've asked my guests who are like, oh yeah, I just finished college yesterday and I'm on the app, they have a totally different answer for it. Whereas, you told me you were already married, so you've already gone through living life as two and as one instead of two. So you answer that from a different place. So did you guys have kids?
Yeah, I have a daughter. She's 14.
Oh,
and I have a stepson who is 22. He has a daughter. She's almost 2. She's here with us now. So yes.
I teach 14-year-olds. So I'm gonna go ahead and say a quick prayer for you. Go ahead.
No, listen.
She might. I'm just saying. I know what they are capable of. I've taught them for 15 years. I know what they're capable of. So I'm just gonna say a prayer for the stuff that happened last month and the stuff that might happen tomorrow. That's all I'm saying.
So far, so good. So far, okay. Listen, I think God knew I was gonna go through some really tough things.
Yeah.
He put a couple of things in place for me to protect me. She was one of them. She's like, she's such a good kid. She really is. Like she's a good kid. So far.
No, listen, she's probably her teacher's favorite student too. I got about 3 of those in 15 years. It's been 3. So, do you, when you are, let's say, interested in somebody, have you been interested in people since?
Yeah, I mean, I've met people that I felt like were good for me at the moment. And see, so with my dating now, I don't look at everything as long term. I look at things as like they're fulfilling some type of role. Okay. So I meet a person, and if it feels good, I go for it. And even if it's for 6 weeks or 6 months or years, I don't focus on how long it's supposed to last. I just try to enjoy it for what it is. So I've met people since I've been single that made sense. And I'll continue to do those things until I get to a place where I feel like it's home for me. So I have dated. I've been open to it. I've met some great people along the way. And I feel blessed for the people that God has brought to me. For sure.
Do you like how early or how soon do they get if they get to meet your daughter?
Well, no one has. So no, that's typically doesn't happen. I had
Okay.
one person that I did allow in her around her space just because
Mhm.
he felt comfortable for me. But
Mhm.
it's not a normal thing. Like it's very no. She's
Okay.
normally off limits for sure.
Okay. Okay. And so I
But
guess when
I do
you
want
say,
to say I'm not opposed to it because I
uh-huh.
try to tell people all the time we have to get out of the habit of thinking our kids are not smart enough to meet people
To
that we
figure
date
it
and
out.
if they
Yeah.
don't work out because
Mhm.
that's how dating happens. You meet someone, they treat you good, it runs its course, and it may not work out. And
Mhm.
she's 14, she's okay if someone's here one day and we decide, it didn't really work out. As long as she saw someone treating her mom respectfully, I think that's
Mhm.
okay. So I'm not opposed. I'm not one of those parents like, no, you can't meet my daughter till we're getting married because I want her to feel comfortable around whoever it is.
Exactly. Exactly. And believe it or not, sometimes they know before we know. I've had a couple of my students tell me, "Can you call my mom and
Yeah.
tell her?" I was like, "No, I'm not doing that. I'm your teacher. I'm here for you, not your mama." But I'm like,
Yeah.
"Go find an auntie or something." So they actually can be very intuitive.
That,
I wouldn't say the never either. I usually tell people, I usually caution them and say small doses, little things. It don't have to have a label on it. It could just be an experience. Like let them see us a nice person. Because what you don't want to do is be like, hey, we got married, and then they got to figure that out. That's a whole nother issue. And
exactly. If they
some
have
children
kids, I
cannot
feel
handle
like
that.
exactly. If they have kids, let their kids meet because I
Hmm.
don't want to get in a relationship where I'm in love with somebody, then our
Hmm.
kids hate each other.
Hmm.
No
Hmm.
one's
That's
no
not a
one's
break.
doing that for sure.
So, are you opposed to your daughter dating? Like, what age can she, quote unquote, date? Or has she, you say you went on your first date at 12,
Yeah.
she's
So
14.
she has this running joke. I can date now because you started dating at 12. But
Okay.
I'm very open to it. Like she's my daughter, like a lot of these, I feel like she's very free. And
Mm-hmm.
she knows that I would respect whatever decision she makes as long as it's someone that feels comfortable and feels good to her. So there hasn't been anyone that she said, I am really liking this person. She's
Mm-hmm.
still kind of in her kid phase. Thank
Mm-hmm.
you,
Hmm.
Jesus.
That's good.
So
Good. That's good. That's good. I love those.
now she likes the boys. She likes them.
Right.
Like she
But
says
it's
things
still
like,
like
"Oh,
a silly, cute, like,
yeah, yeah." So
yeah,
she's
I love
very
it.
innocent, but she's a beautiful little girl. She
Mhm.
catches people's eyes. So I
Okay.
know it's out there, but she
Uh-huh.
hasn't like said I have a boyfriend or I have a
Hmm.
girlfriend yet.
Okay. 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 It's coming, but don't worry. It sounds like you're doing the right thing and she's gonna be okay. Um, do you have oh man, the questions pop in, they pop right back out. So, in this journey that you're undertaking, right? Is there like a cutoff where you're like, okay, I'm just not even gonna look anymore. I'm not even gonna be, clearly my testimony is to just be me, me for
Yeah.
me.
No, I feel like I'm such like I love like I definitely feel like I'm meant to be a wife. I feel like I was my best self as a wife. So that's definitely something I want. I'm just not in a rush to get it. Like I
Okay.
know what it felt like to have a very healthy relationship. I was completely in love. I was happy, but I'm
Um,
also happy single. And
okay.
so I love my freedom. I love being able to do what I want to do. I love not having too many boundaries on
Mhm,
me. So it's like, it's a hard space to kind of navigate in, but
mhm.
I'm not gonna I can say I feel like my next chapter is gonna be so amazing. I'm not gonna push someone away because of what I've been through. So I'm very
Right,
open to it.
right, right. So we're having this conversation on a dating app. Dating apps, yay or nay? Usually the streamers are like, nah, but
Yeah, for
some of us
me,
are
I
like,
mean,
it's
I'm on
maybe.
here a lot. I'm open to it. Like if someone comes in and they get my attention, which is probably gonna be a little hard because there's a lot of
Mhm,
people there competing
mhm,
for it. But if
mhm.
someone comes in and gets my attention, I'm definitely open to it. Like I
Oh,
wasn't initially. Initially was like
mhm.
no, but
Yeah.
I spent a lot of time here, so it will make
Okay.
sense.
It makes sense. Plus, you get
Yeah.
to, talk to people in the box, see what they're about. They get to hang out in your stream and,
Yeah.
shoot the shot a couple of different times, show you, gift you, all of that good stuff.
Yeah. And
What
I
about
feel
long distance relationships?
I think long distance would be best.
Okay.
We can always meet up in different cities. It's like a little so
Uh-huh.
long distance, yeah. because like I said, I do like my space. So I
Uh-huh.
think long distance would be ideal for me. For
Okay.
sure.
Okay. Now, for me, long distance is rough. One, because my favorite phrase is, if you can't go to Waffle House with me at 3 o'clock in the morning, you are not for me.
That makes sense though, yeah. See,
I have to be able to wake
I
up
get the
and talk to
person.
you. I wake up in the middle of the night. So if you are not accessible at 3 a.m. for, for conversation and waffles, it's a problem. Okay.
Right.
So
I can see that. Well, I guess I'm different. Like, as long as you can like DoorDash me some Waffle House and we can eat it together, I'm cool on video or
But
something.
see, okay, so that has been the way that certain people have said, okay, but look, what about this? And where I'm like, oh, maybe. Okay,
Right.
technology has definitely, helped in that avenue. What would you say would be in recent years defining, or where you're like, okay, definitely this is a red flag that I'm going to veer away from?
Yeah. Just somebody who makes me question myself.
Okay.
Like I feel like I'm very in tune with like just my senses of what feels right. And so if someone is putting me in a position where I'm like, I don't know, am I tripping? Like I don't like that. Like don't make me have to question if I'm tripping.
Okay.
So I like it if the guy just keeps it 100. If you say we're going somewhere on Friday, be here on Friday. If you say I want to call you back, make the phone call. Like just make it. I don't like gray area, so be very black and white.
Makes sense. Exactly. Okay. So
Any
then,
gray area is a no for me.
okay, gray areas are a no for you. Are there on your, so are there things that you wouldn't have done before that now you're like, maybe I have to let that go or let that slide or figure out or excuse it per se?
I used to be like I had this ideal of I was expecting the type of the guy I would date. Like he had to make this amount of money, he had to have this type of accolades, and he had to like be a certain type of like stature. And I've changed over that with time because I feel like honestly, I feel like this app has made me more open-minded.
Right.
Like I come in contact with people that I'm like, I never thought about this, but maybe it's kind of like, I don't think I mean maybe. So I kind of like that a little bit more open-minded.
Okay.
So yeah, I think now like my list is not really a list.
Okay.
More like what feels right.
Right. Okay. So it's real flexible and
I do like my men with a little bit of ugly, a little ugly, yes.
What would you see? This is why I gotta turn my comments off because it throw me all the way. Okay, so you said, oh, I remember. What advice do you have to people who want to date streamers? Like, should they not? And if you say yes, what should they absolutely make sure that they do?
They should make sure that they have very thick skin.
Mm-hmm.
It's okay to be jealous, but you have to kind of be able to check it. And you have to be very secure because just like that person caught your attention, any given day, there's 50 people coming in, they're going to catch their attention as well. So I feel like you have to just solidify your space with them. And don't make, don't make it an issue. You met them on stream. You're not going to distance them from being a streamer. If that's your end goal, just stay away from them. That's what I would do. I think a lot of people come in and say, oh, I can handle this. And then they kind of get in there like, wait a minute. Like it's a lot. It is a lot. So I think you just have to kind of be secure.
And so then what advice do you have like for the streamer who's trying to be in a relationship and still stream?
Respect a person's insecurities because I think this platform heightens insecurities. And so I think if you're dating someone as a streamer, I think it is our job to make them feel secure. Like if the person wants to be if they want to date us, then we have to make sure they understand that they're like our person. So like, if you're dating a person, if you're a streamer, you're dating someone, make sure they're getting their time away from the app. Make sure they're not, the only time they don't see you is when you're streaming. So you have to just make sure that person still feels like they're getting a piece of you that no one else is getting.
And then so my last question, I don't know if it's gonna be heavy or not, so you can choose not to answer it if you don't want
Okay.
to. But I want to know, what did you do to get to a place where you felt like you were ready for a new partner after losing one that you had for so long?
Um, like when my husband passed away, I started writing, and
Mhm.
it was very therapeutic for me. I took my grief and my mental health very serious.
Mhm.
But I knew immediately once he passed away, I knew that God was going to be with me. And I just had a lot of faith that I was going to be okay.
Mhm.
And being the type of person that I am, I just knew that that wasn't the end for me.
Mhm.
Like it was a beautiful story. It was a beautiful love story. It ran its course. And like every single relationship, there's an ending point.
Mhm.
And I just accepted that. And I've always been open to knowing that there was something else in store. And so
Mhm.
I just kind of took that as like, this is an example of what this particular part of my life and love felt like. And at some point, God is going to bring me a different type of situation. It's going to be different for me. And so
Mhm.
I've just always been open, my faith for sure. So writing was probably what kind of helped me the most. And just keeping the lines of communication open with my faith and just processing what I actually lost.
Okay, that's beautiful. That's beautiful. Oh, travel, babe. I love getting to know people because now I'm like, oh, I have new friends. I love it. I love it. I love it. No, because you said some things that just resonate with me, and I'm like, yes, faith girl, yes, talk your Jesus, talk. I hear you, bro. So,
Yes.
um, last question. Um, do you do you see yourself finding that next lifelong love?
Absolutely. For sure.
Okay. Okay,
Yeah.
great.
For sure. Like I think it's almost scary how amazing it's going to be. So I
Uh-huh.
am ready for it, nervous for it, but it's going to happen for sure. Yeah.
And then, did I ask you what advice you have for your daughter?
Oh
And
my
then,
goodness. That
yeah,
is a
that's what I want to know.
wow. My advice for my daughter would be,
Mm-hmm.
so okay, I don't know. This is going to sound so cheesy. So there's a song that I've been singing and dancing with her since she was an infant, actually before I even had her.
That's so
So it's
sweet.
the song "I Hope You Dance."
Uh-huh.
That's always been my song for her, and
Uh-huh.
that is my I mean, like that is just my story with her. It's always, like I hope you always. I mean, it's the words of that song, every single part of. Like I hope no matter where she is, she knows
Mm-hmm.
she's important. I
Mm-hmm.
hope no matter what she goes through in life, she knows it's going to be a better day.
Mm-hmm.
There's nothing she can overcome. God is going to continue to send
I
blessings
love
her
it.
way.
I
And
love it.
like that song is my advice to her. And I tell her that all the time.
Okay. I love it. I love it. I love it. Aw. That's why she's so good at 14.
Right.
Her
Yes.
mama cares.
Yes. Like I love her.
I
Like
said, stop walking around like your mama don't love you.
no, like she is the epitome of my heart. Like she is just I mean, like of course she's 14, so she
Yeah.
gives me a little bit, but she's such a
Yeah.
blessing. Like I thank God I was hand selected to be her mom. Like she is
Aw.
everything for me. So yeah.
Aw. Okay. Well, Travel Bay, thank you for joining me on tonight's episode of Changing Hearts with Sid.
For having me.
We are here every Sunday night at 9 p.m. We are featured and promoted for the next 15 minutes. So if anybody has any comments, I will trepidatiously let you speak, comment, ask questions. But Travel Bay, thank you for
Thank
hanging
you.
out
I
with us
appreciate it. Thank you so much. You
tonight.
guys make you face it. Thank you, love.
Yeah. Everybody, please make sure you favorite Travel. Wait. Before you go, tell them about your shows. Wait, Travel Bay, come back. Because I didn't tell them about your shows. You got a couple. And I want to be on that singing one.
Sorry. Okay. So
Yeah. I was like, wait. Tell me about your show. Tell me about your show.
okay. So I have my feature show Thursdays at
Yes.
10 p.m. EST. It's Save
Yes.
the Day with Travel
Yes.
Babe.
Been
So
to
we have
that
a
one.
show.
Yes.
And then I have a show on Sundays at 11 a.m., which is Love Letters to Grief, which is the
Okay.
book I wrote about my husband's passing. So I have that every Sunday. People come on,
Okay.
they read a love letter to someone they've lost. And then
Okay.
6 p.m. EST on Sundays, I do Time to Sing, which is
That
the
one.
fun show. Yeah,
I
so
like
it's
that one.
great.
So everybody, make sure you fade Travel Bay. She has a very good time with her street. You get us a little bit of everything over there. I've been hanging out the last couple of weeks, so I'm enjoying myself over there. I'm not gonna remind Travel Babe where I met her in these streams in that versus one late night with the red lights, but oh yeah, y'all was telling stories. You forgot?
Where did we meet?
You and Black Girl Magic reading those stories 3:00 in the morning. Yes, sir.
So funny.
It was a long time ago. Back then, we do a lot for diamonds.
Listen, me and Frank came with this crazy idea that it would be fun to like have stories.
Oh, it was fun. It was.
We did it one time. It was like, oh no, but it was hilarious. Thank you, Chelsea. Well, thank you so much for having me on your show, Queen. You're doing a beautiful job. Thank you so much.
Thank you. All right, so shout out to TSA for coming through this evening. I see y'all. I just hit that screen. My comments are back. Thank you everyone for joining me this evening. Marcel, shout out to you. King, thank you so much. Thank you to all of my gifters. Please make sure y'all fave my top 3 gifters of the stream. Please make sure you fave both of my guests. Thank you very much. And everybody fave Nell, because Nell is the best. Hi, Nell. We are featured for another 13 minutes. I need somebody to help me with the countdown, okay? But if anybody would like to join, comment, tell a crazy dating story, you could do that. Feel free to request the box. If not, we're just gonna sit here and vibe out. It's okay, Skylight. That happened to me 2 shows ago. What's up, John? 2 shows ago. And then somebody's auction I was trying to throw, and I threw the bowling ball first, and it just completely crapped out. It was crazy. John said, comment, you're funny. How's y'all's evening this evening? Everybody chilling?